Over the last few weeks, the Spirit of God has led me to study mantles. And the topic of mantles are not a topic that can be covered in one Sunday, but today I am going to give an introduction. And in my initial observation, mantles appear in 2 Kings between Elijah and Elisha. As Elijah was being taken up to heaven, his mantle fell and Elisha picked it up. And before Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, he was aware of what was about to happen that day. Elisha had full awareness that Elijah was about to be taken up. In the beginning of chapter 2, what you would find is that Elijah and Elisha traveled. As they traveled, they met two different companies of prophets who prophesied to Elisha that his master teacher would be taken from him that day. And after they crossed the Jordan, Elijah, the mentor, the spiritual father, asked Elisha, what did he want for him to do for him before he was taken up to heaven? Think about the manner of that question. Before I am taken up to heaven, what is it that you want me to do for you? Elijah, in his boldness, says, I would like to inherit a double portion of your spirit. I would like to inherit a double portion of your spirit. He didn't ask God, he asked Elijah to give me a double portion of the Spirit of God that is on you. And so Spirit beckoned me to lean into this dialogue between Elijah and Elisha. And the question that raised up in my spirit over the week was, what inspires a spiritual protege to look at their mentor before they depart earth and ask for a double portion of their anointing? Yes. Elisha wasn't asking from a selfish place. He wasn't looking at him out of envy and said, I want what you got. I need what you got. However you got it, I need it. Because Elisha had served Elijah since the day that they had met. But he was asking from a place of humility. He realized that there was something in Elijah, although he had been anointed to be the one to succeed Elijah, he recognized there was something in Elijah that he had not yet obtained. Yeah. He said that he was inspired, and so he says, just give me a double portion. He was inspired by the service of Elijah. He was inspired by the surrenderance of Elijah to God. He was inspired by how on target Elijah was in his prophetic office. He wanted to serve God in the same power and in the same spirit that his spiritual father did. And he also understood that spiritual daughters and sons should achieve more than their spiritual mothers and their fathers. Wow. Spiritual daughters and sons should achieve more in their lifetime than their spiritual mothers and their spiritual fathers. Why? Because if you've been properly mentored, there's some things you don't have to try to figure out that your mentor had to figure out. You ought to outpace them in the race. And so we ought to understand that the oil flows down. Yes. It doesn't flow up, the oil flows down. And so there's some leg work you should not have to do because you've availed yourself to the spiritual people that God has placed in your life. There's some mysteries you shouldn't have to solve. There's some oil that will simply fall because you soaked up something that fell from the one that God had set to mentor you. That has set to impart in you. Proper mentorship means that your spiritual door has to be open to receive at all times. Yeah. Not just when it's convenient for you, but that your spiritual door has to be open to receive at all times. Yeah. You can't be mentored when correction hardens your heart. You can't be mentored when things don't go your way. Yeah. Spiritual mentorship always comes before mantles. So whose mantle is it that you want? Have you been in their presence? Have you served them as unto God? One of the greatest